here that 7 in a row means more than just a few things are going right, but a bunch of things are. What do you pick out of this that gets the streak to this point?
Haywood.
How so?
Because he started.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Finally, we beat the Nets. Lord. We lost them the last 5 games. We lost to them on an average of 12 points per game. We're losing to this team. Finally, we beat this team, and man, are we looking good. I just want to address some of these narratives that I heard as recently as, I don't know, a week and a half ago. Duncan's overpaid. Pat Riley's asleep. Jimmy Butler's washed. The Heat are cooked with no Damian Lillard. The Heat have no assets. That's my favorite one. The Heat have no assets. Can you imagine? The Heat lost 2 starters. How will they win? Proving everybody wrong. Best win streak in the NBA. Man, what a fun game. There was some tension. There was some texts. There were some little fights. This Dennis Smith Jr. character, I don't know what he's thinking about, trying to step to Jimmy. Like, I don't even know who you are, bro. What are you thinking? Caleb Martin's back. He's hitting threes. Duncan continues to be ridiculous. Bam's flexing on Nick Claxton. Jimmy's scoring 18 points in a quarter. Duncan's stealing the ball and hitting the 3 and doing a look back. I mean, this team is playing with such a swagger. It's such Miami Heat basketball. That game last night is why I fell in love with this iteration of the Miami Heat. It's so fun to watch. It's such a breath of fresh air from the hell that was last regular season. We're on a 7-game win streak. The best we had last season was 4 games. And we're on a 7-game win streak, and then we're 12 games into the season. It's amazing. Anyway, there's one random highlight that I do want to put in here, and it's the great Kevin Love, one of the unsung heroes of this game. Only played 16 minutes, but man, was an efficient and effective 16 minutes. He had 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 7 steals, and there's this one play on defense where he's helping, and he comes back, and he helps here, and he comes back, and then he draws a charge, and I'm just like, I love this guy. I love this guy. I'm gonna throw that in there. Everything else, go watch Jimmy Butler's highlights. Go watch Duncan. Go watch Bam. I mean, these guys were just cooking. Nets did not have Cam Thomas or Ben Simmons. Hey, we didn't have Tyler Hero, and Caleb only played 12 minutes. Get out of here. We started out pretty flat, and I was worried. I'm not gonna lie, I was worried. Like, this team, they are long, they're athletic, they're hard to match up against. They have just a whole bunch of good guys. There's just a bunch of good, solid players on this team. I think what the Nets are missing is like that superstar, because they have a whole bunch of really good guys, but they don't have that superstar. We started off cold. We started off 2 for 12, and just were stagnant, no flow in the offense, no ball movement, yet we were still in it. We were still down 5. Josh Richardson hit a really nice 3 in the beginning. Josh Richardson, I'm really happy for him. A lot of people were not happy with him. No one was happy with him. And then the last few games, he's really starting to, figure out where he is in the offense. His defense has been pretty solid. His cutting's great, and he's been playing a lot. He played 26 minutes tonight, 8 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. Not huge numbers, but was just there. He was just there, and he wasn't like a detriment in any way. He was, he's figuring out his role on the team and where he fits in, and it's great to see. Jimmy hitting the 3-pointers. I love it. He's doing his best to try and keep his 50% free throw. He did the 50 after hitting one of them. One thing I noticed, his first 3-pointer he hit was the jump shot 3. There's set shot Jimmy 3 and there's jump shot Jimmy 3. And you know me, I love jump shot Jimmy 3. And he hit a jumper at 3, and I'm not a fan. I know he hits it sometimes. I don't love that kind of like lazy set shot he does. I like the jump shot 3 that he does. I love it. And all of a sudden, we got into our offense. We had better ball movement, better cutting. Duncan hits a 3. We're up 1. Duncan went, what did he go? I think he went 6 for 10 from 3 last night. Duncan should be shooting somewhere around 10 3-pointers every game. Fine with me. I don't even care if he's missing. Shoot. Shoot, we end the first quarter on a 10-2 run. We're up 30-27. We're getting a lot of free throws, and we're making our free throws, and we're not getting a lot of turnovers, and the other team is getting more turnovers than us. That's been a pattern that's been happening for the last few games, and they've been resulting in wins. And even if a team is hot from three, I think the Nets started off, they were 6 for 10 from three at one point, and we were still losing by a little bit or up a little bit despite them shooting 60% from three. And it's because we are not being careless with the ball. We're getting to the free throw line. We're hitting our foul shots. We're being disciplined, and we're just playing overall good basketball. Here's an example. We were shooting 40% from the field. Brooklyn was shooting 52% from the field, yet we were up 3, and we only had 1 turnover. The second quarter, Lonnie Walker hits back-to-back threes. Lonnie Walker, man, he was cooking. Good player. And then Caleb Martin. Caleb is back. Hits a 3 when he comes in, hit 2 threes last night, looked really healthy, looked athletic, was springy. I can't wait to see what this team looks like when Tyler's back. A lot of people were kind of worried, like, what does this mean for Duncan? What does it mean for Caleb? What does it mean for Haywood? I was thinking that, but you know what? I think these guys are going to be all so locked in. I think when all these puzzle pieces are all fit together and this machine is firing on all cylinders, I think this team's going to be a problem because they seem to mentally be in a much better place right now than they were last year. And I gotta be honest, man, Kevin Love, ever since Kevin Love came around, if it's all because of him, but he definitely is a reason. And a lot of the players say it too, how positive of an effect he's had on the team. But they're playing, you can tell like this win streak, and of course everybody's gonna be having fun on a win streak, but they're playing together with a looseness. There's a fluidity, there's a harmony that they're playing with. You can tell they're having fun, and they have a swagger about them. They're playing that like tough, gritty, dog type Miami Heat basketball, which is my favorite brand of this Miami Heat team. And then Duncan hit a 3, we're up 6, we go on a 12-0 run. We finished the quarter great. We finished the quarter on a 14-0 run. We only had 3 turnovers at halftime. Just an overall pretty solid first half. And then the third quarter came, and Jimmy Butler decided to put on an absolute masterclass. 18-point third quarter. At one point, I think he had 11 straight points. Even after those, whatever it was, 9, 11 points straight he had a great assist to Jaime for a 3, a great assist to Kevin Love for a 3. And despite all that, you know, the Nets hung in there. I mean, the Nets are definitely a good team. Hats off, first of all, hats off to the Nets. You know, hats off to the Nets because, you know, you would think when you have your best player have an 18-point third quarter that you would kind of be blowing them out. At the end of the third quarter, we were only up 12. If you haven't watched the highlights from the third quarter, you haven't watched Jimmy Butler's highlights, man, turn this video off and go watch it because, man, it was so fun to watch. Especially when he does that baseline dunk and then comes right back and the crowd is doing the White Stripes, Seven Nation Army, the whole thing, and then he has that and one. Man, it felt like the Milwaukee series a little bit, man. It was so great to see, and it just injects such a positivity and a fearlessness and invincibility in your team when Jimmy's playing like that. Oh man, it's so great. It shows that he still has it and he's still that guy. Like Jimmy is very much still that dude. I mean, he looks, you know, better right now than he did probably at any point in the regular season last year. He looks really light on his feet. His footwork is great. He's playing with a lot of energy. It's really good to see. Maybe that knee thing that was bothering him finally got fixed. I don't know. We went on a 9-0 run right at the top of the fourth quarter. We're up 17. Bam just had a nasty dunk on Claxton, a mean dunk, a flex dunk. I was surprised that Bam only had 20 points and 7 rebounds. It felt like he had more than that. He had a very effective game. Him and Claxton were really going at it. Duncan comes with this beautiful reverse layup. I mean, that guy, Bam too. Bam and Duncan, they have just added so much to their game. It's ridiculous. It is so fun to see. And Heat were cooking in this fourth quarter up to this point. They were 7 for 8 from the field, 3 for 3 from 3. 7 minutes left. We're up 14. But you knew the Nets were going to go on a little bit of a run, and they did. They went on an 11-4 run. I think they got down to about 7. Probably our best game of the season and one of the best wins of the season because it's a team that we don't match up well against. It's a team that we lost the last 5 games to by an average of 12 points. And now we beat them for a 7th win in a row at home. Jimmy has a huge game. And what was nice about Jimmy's game, especially that third quarter when he was really going off, yeah, he had 18 points, but at the same time, he really was like getting everybody else involved too. He was very involved in the offense. They had such great ball movement. I mean, there was a couple plays where their ball movement was just beautiful. Their defense is beautiful. I really believe, and I'm not just saying this, I really believe that we're better than last year. And I love Max, I love Gabe, and I wish them the best, and I love those guys. But I really do feel like there's something about this team that we're better. Like something's just clicking. There's just something special about this team. You can feel it. You can feel it. And we still haven't seen us yet. We haven't seen the final iteration of this team yet because, you know, now that Tyler's out, yeah, Caleb's coming back. Like hopefully by early December, everybody will be healthy and you can really see what this team looks like with everybody healthy and firing on all cylinders. I can't wait to see that. So that's it. Heater cooking right now. Everybody's playing so great. I mean, Jimmy is just ridiculous right now. We're 7-0 with Haywood starting. Bam, I mean, yeah, he only had 20 and 7, but he had a great game. Duncan is just on a whole other level. Kyle, I'm not surprised Kyle kind of struggled this game a little bit. He wasn't bad, but this is such a hard team to match up against for him. Jaime, solid, 10 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. That kid just plays with such maturity and poise. You can trust him. He's always in the right spots. He just does everything right. He's like 22 and plays like he's 32. It's incredible. Josh Richardson, happy with him. He's figuring out his place and how to mix in with this team. Kevin Love, what a great move using Kev as the backup big. He's been awesome. A really effective 16 minutes. Caleb's back. He was great in the 12 minutes. He played 6 points. 2 assists, a rebound. We're in a good place, man. This team is cooking. Bulls games, the Bulls are kind of a mess right now. The word is that team is getting nuked. It's going to be interesting to see where those guys end up and what they end up doing. A lot of people are saying that we should go after Zach LaVine. I don't know. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it's like, who are you going to go for and who are we going to give up? So I don't know. That's the kind of stuff I'm like, I trust Spo and Pat and all those people who know way more than any of these podcasters and Twitter people and ESPN people. Like, those guys know more than anybody when it comes to that kind of stuff. These Bulls games, hopefully we win. We didn't play well against the Bulls last year, but the Bulls are not in a good place right now, and we're in a much better place right now. So, there's no reason we shouldn't win those games. And then it gets fun. Then we got like Cavs, Knicks, Pacers. I'm really looking forward to how we do against this Pacers team. Really looking forward to that. And that's about it.